I was 5 years old. Being happy meant eating ice cream for dinner. When I was 8 years old, being happy meant adding lotion to my DIY slime and playing spies with my friends. I had like every single power in the world, like fire and ice. In my teen years, happiness. It's been relatively for the same cause, winning a tennis match or getting good results on my maths test. That one hasn't happened very often. When I look back on these memories, I find that there is one thing in common, and that is exactly how I felt. I felt light, airy, weightless even. I then thought about when I felt this feeling in my life, and I found that I felt it way more in my child years compared to my teen years. This feeling, this precious feeling, stopped staying with me for a long time, and in its place something kept piling until I was heavy with stress, overthinking, and feeling like I wasn't enough. It was a few years ago when I sat down and I really thought about it. And since then, I've made some changes in my life, and I can confidently say that those changes have increased my time spent being happy, and honestly, they have changed my life for the absolute best. So, allow me to tell you about those changes that lift that something off your shoulders, that sadness, frustration, annoyance, and countless other things that stop you from being happy. First of all, let go of image. I used to have this idea that looking cool is very important. I'd go to school, see the big friend groups laughing and taking up space, and think that is where I need to be. So, I made sure I was surrounded by people. Not people I deeply connected with, just people. From the outside, it looked perfect. Happening, social, fun, happy. But on the inside, I was exhausted. Because when you're trying to act a certain way, look a certain way, you're constantly overthinking. Did I say the right thing? Did that joke land? Will they think I'm interesting? Will I be invited next time? And that is where part of that heaviness comes from. When you chase image, you sacrifice depth. You focus fully on how it looks and stop asking, how does it feel? Yes, it looked like I had a lot of friends, I fit in, but did I feel supported, understood, valued? No, I didn't. So I pulled away from the people I didn't get and got closer with the people who I felt comfortable with, the people who made sense to me. Now, I have a few close friends who truly make me happy. That overthinking, that part of the heaviness, gone. So, the first change I made, I let go of image and focused on depth. The second change, stop focusing on other people, focus on yourself. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you gone on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, and suddenly felt unhappy? Maybe someone unfollowed you. Maybe someone posted something you weren't invited to. Maybe someone's life just looked better than yours. I remember feeling this way constantly. I didn't even realize how much attention it was taking. While I was focusing on life through a screen, my own life was happening right in front of me. One day, a few years back, my dad asked me, he said, "What are you getting out of spending so much time on social media? Are there any benefits you're getting from it?" I didn't have an answer to his question. That was a good question. What was I getting from looking at how many people liked my post? What was I gaining from watching Charlie in Bali? I deleted social media that day. And you know what? My life felt really quiet. My phone, which was always buzzing, lighting up, was now silent, dead. My screen time decreased by so much. But then I started feeling really different. I had no idea what was happening in other people's lives. And before, when I did have social media, that's what fueled me to keep coming back to social media. I wanted to see what other people were doing. And if I was doing something cool, I wanted to show people what I was doing. My brain was half occupied by things that literally didn't have meaning. So when I deleted social media, I started feeling happier because I started to focus on myself, on my life. I stopped comparing myself to other people's posts and stressing about the most meaningless things because I literally couldn't anymore. Comparison was stealing my joy, making me heavier. Once the source of that comparison, social media, was no longer there, I found a million ways to get better. Why? Because my attention, which was before divided, became entirely for me, for the things I wanted to achieve. I started to feel so light, so happy. So, the second change I made, I started putting my attention on my life, not other people's lives. The third change. Keep your days busy. Life is short. Enjoy it to the fullest. When I deleted social media and realized just how much time I had, I started taking part in activities that were super fulfilling for me, activities that gave me the chance to grow. I started swimming, playing more tennis, running more often, reading more books. I even started singing a bit. That needs a lot more work. My days became very productive. And then, at the end of my days, I would get so tired that I would go to bed and fall asleep like this. And I'm not kidding, I got the best sleep. I also started getting more hungrier, and I don't know about you, but I love food. Suddenly, my appetite was so huge, I could eat whatever I wanted. With all focus on myself, I started living life to the fullest, doing more activities which led to a variety of great experiences, getting great sleep every night, eating as much as I wanted to. I started feeling super light, not just mentally, but physically also. So coming back to why I stopped feeling light and airy in my teen years. Well, I stopped feeling happy because I stopped focusing on what truly makes me happy. As kids, we didn't care about how many friends we had or what was going on in social media or other people's lives. Our sole focus was ourselves and what was in front of us. Ice cream, spy games, DIY slime. Why did we pull away from that thinking? Why did we stop focusing on what truly makes us happy? So to feel as light as we did when we were kids, embrace focusing on yourself. Let go of image, let go of comparison, and initiate busier days. Make these 3 changes and feel the happiness of living the way you want to live. Thank you.